How's it going, guys? It's Najam. Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to review the Umidigi A7 Pro smartphone. So this is the A7 Pro. It's a really cheap smartphone as well. So the A7 Pro costs £80. On Amazon it's a little bit more, but I don't recommend you buying it from Amazon. I got this from AliExpress and it came here within like a week. But you can actually get free shipping from China, in which case I think it'll take about 2 weeks or so to come. So it'll just take a bit longer, but it will be just around about £82 or something, which is really cheap. So the specs that this phone gives you for that price is really good. So this version has 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of storage. It's DDR4 as well, so should be pretty quick. Now it's got an Octa-Core processor. Let's go ahead and open up either 64 and go on the CPU. So you can read this all over here, the Helio P23. So this is an Octa-Core processor, goes up to around 2 gigahertz, as you can see down here. It's all pretty cool. As far as the performance goes, it's not like 100% smooth in everything. It does stutter here and there, but they're minor. It's actually pretty good for the price. I'm actually happy with that. Talk about the display. This has a 6.3 inch display here. I didn't know these had advertisements. So this display is a bit weird. I've never came across this before. It's got 2 DPIs. So you got the cross one and the vertical one as well. So it's 60 hertz. It's a 6.3 inch. It's pretty big. So the resolution is 1080 by 2340. If I go ahead, then I think I might be able to, I don't know how well it's gonna come out on video, but because it's got 2 DPIs, the pixel lines are a bit different, especially in the red pixels. Now you can't see this in real life unless you look really close, because the PPI is actually pretty good. So this display is really good quality. But if there is some text, mainly on Reddit, I suppose, the upward button, you can't see the pixels. They are not squares. Some of them are, I suppose. But anyways, there's really no need to worry about that. It looks really good. The colors are good. The angles are really good as well. Looks pretty nice actually. Let's talk about the design. So it comes with this case, which I've put on, and this is made out of glass. So if I go ahead and take this off, here's the back. Now, when I first got this, I put the cover on, and I don't think I'm ever gonna take that cover off. I'm only gonna show you this back here. I'm probably gonna put the cover back on because it's really slippy, and that's not something that I like. Of course it looks nice, but it is really slippy, and it's a bit stupid. I don't really see the point of putting glass on phones. It is really stupid. So on the back it has the fingerprint sensor, and that fingerprint sensor is really good. It may not be the quickest, but it's alright. At least it's accurate, very accurate. And also on the back you got the cameras. You got the wide angle, and you got the macro camera and the normal one, and then a depth sensing camera over here, which none of these I actually get into, but they are okay. I've tested them and they're like alright, whatever. I'm not really into cameras when it comes to phones. Otherwise I'm a proper like a photography geek. It also has a front camera, which is also okay. Which I mean, they're good enough, as they're as good as any other smartphone really. You got the power button and the volume down and up button, and on this side you've actually got the SIM card tray over there, and on the back you've got on the bottom you've got Type C for charging, and you've got the mono speaker as well as the headphone jack. Now, as this version that I have, the headphone jack is one of the reasons I actually got this. There's a microphone there, by the way. But the headphone jack on this one actually is a bit dodgy. So unfortunately, that is one of the reasons I actually bought this. But I'm not using that. So I'm a bit disappointed. The audio does come out, but it's on the right side. So I'm not really happy about that. But that's okay. Basically that means I don't really use this phone for media consumption and stuff. Actually, the headphone jack is one of the reasons I actually bought this, so you know, I'm a bit disappointed in that, but whatever. The battery life is alright as well. It easily gets me through a day. If I do heavy stuff, maybe some of these games chew up the battery, then it's probably gonna last like 5 or 6 hours, which is okay actually. It's not all that bad considering what you're doing. So yeah, the performance is pretty good. It's a really fast phone, but sometimes it does stutter here and there. It doesn't slow down though, so that's the thing. It just works really well. Now, one thing I don't like about this display is that the size of the display is really big, but the software is not really optimized for it. I guess that's a proper way of saying it. Basically, everything on this is just big. Now, the point of a bigger screen is so you can, sort of fit more in and stuff like that. So in the previous phone, I had this option in the display settings down here. So I had an option here to make everything smaller, so you can change the scaling on it, but that sort of disappeared. Well, it's not on here. This is running Android 10 as well, so it's got a newer version of Android, and it doesn't seem to be it seems to be missing. But that allowed me to make everything smaller so you could fit more on it, and I used that, and I really like that. But this has 4 columns, which is just stupid. It's anyways, but that's just a bad example. If you go on any of these apps, it's gonna be really big, and I think you have so much space, you can actually make things smaller and fit more on there. That would be nice. Now let's talk about some of the problems I actually encountered. I've been using this as my main phone for about 2 months now. So I've got few updates. So this update here actually fixed the black screen problem when making a phone call. So one of the problems hardware, I thought it was a hardware issue. But one of the problems was the proximity sensor was dodgy, and so whenever you were in a call and you covered that, the screen would go black and it wouldn't come back on unless you ended the call, and then whatever. Same thing with WhatsApp and everything. Like whenever you covered it, the screen would just go off, and basically it sort of became useless. But apparently they fixed it in a software update. In my opinion, it didn't really fix it. So what I did is I got this app, proximity sensor override thingamajig, and from here I actually calibrated it, and then I restarted the phone, and that actually fixed it, so that was alright. Some of the other updates I've gotten have actually been a bit dodgy as well, but now it's running really well. So the software updates are actually pretty nice. Let's go ahead and show you the battery. So it's got a 4150 milliamp hour battery, which is good. And if you go on sensors, the proximity sensor actually is working right now. So yeah, I mean I calibrated it, so it's working, so it's pretty good. I mean overall, I haven't really got any problem with the phone. It's a really good phone for the price. Nothing really to complain about. There were some issues, when it comes to updating. It did mess some things up, but if you restart the phone, then it just is alright after that. So yeah, if you want to buy this, link will be in the description. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section below. You can actually see this display on 100% brightness when you're out and about as well. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in another video.